witnessed the most horrifying moment that happened in real life.
The Arizona desert at night is a world of shadows and secrets. Old Gus, a veteran trucker, knew every mile of Highway 87, a black ribbon under a sky of cold, distant stars. On this summer night, the moon cast a pale light over silent cacti as Gus drove, windows down, engine rumbling. He'd seen odd things before, coyotes with glowing eyes, strange lights, but always found a rational explanation. The desert was just a vast, empty space to cross. But tonight the silence felt heavier, the isolation sharper. It was almost 2 a.m., the witching hour when the world feels thin. Gus tried the radio, but only static filled the cab. He was truly alone out here, or so he thought. The road stretched on, empty and endless. The desert seemed to hold its breath. Something was about to break the silence. Suddenly, Gus's headlights caught a figure on the roadside. At first he thought it was a deer or a cactus, but as he drew closer he saw it was a woman in a white dress, barefoot and still. Her skin glowed in the moonlight, her hair blowing across her face. She didn't wave or call for help, just watched him approach, calm and silent. Against his instincts, Gus pulled over and called out, "Ma'am, are you all right?" She didn't answer, only turned her head and looked at him with eyes full of ancient sorrow. Despite every warning in his gut, Gus offered her a ride. She moved gracefully, silently, and climbed into the cab. The door closed with a soft click. The night grew colder. Gus felt a chill run down his spine. The road ahead suddenly seemed much darker. The real terror was just beginning. As soon as she sat down, a deep cold filled the cab, unnatural, bone deep. Gus shivered, watching his breath fog in the air, though the desert night was warm. The woman sat rigid, staring ahead, silent as stone. Gus tried to speak, but she gave no reply. Just a heavy, suffocating presence beside him. He drove on, heart pounding, until she slowly raised her arm and pointed into the black desert. Gus looked, but saw only emptiness. When he turned back, she was gone. No sound, no movement, just an empty seat. He slammed on the brakes, staring at the damp, cold spot where she'd been. The silence was absolute. The desert felt haunted. Gus realized he'd just crossed into legend. Some passengers never leave a trace, except for the chill they leave behind. Shaken, Gus found refuge in a neon-lit diner. The waitress, Maria, saw his face and knew, "You saw her, didn't you? The woman in white." She told him the story. Decades ago, a family crashed on Highway 87. The parents died. Their daughter in a white dress wandered the desert and perished. Since then, her spirit haunts the road, appearing to lone travelers, always silent, always pointing to where she died. Some say she seeks a ride home, others that she warns of danger. Truckers and locals alike have seen her, always the same pale woman, the same chill, the same sorrow. She's become a part of the desert's folklore, a tragic echo on the endless highway. Her story is a warning. Some tragedies never fade. The road remembers. Gus returned to his truck, the seats still damp, the air cold, a strange floral scent lingering. He checked his dash cam. It showed him talking to empty air, the door opening and closing on its own, then static. The legend of Highway 87 endures, whispered at truck stops and diners. The desert keeps its secrets, but sometimes they reach out to travelers in the night. If you see a woman in white on that lonely road, you have a choice: drive on, or stop and face the unknown. But if you let her in, be ready for the cold, the silence, and the sorrow. You might become another chapter in Arizona's most haunted tale. The desert remembers everything, and some passengers are never truly gone.